Hey everyone, it is your favorite accountability coach, Marlia Breon Hall, and I am so excited to share with you a testimony from my son, Jamari. Parents, I cannot emphasize this enough. We need to be cultivating the relationship with our children and God. They need to know how to talk to Him and how to hear from Him. That's the reason why Jamari and I and his little brother have created Children's Prayer Kits, because we believe in the power of prayer. We believe in its power to strengthen us, to encourage us, to empower us, to heal us, deliver us, and keep us safe. We believe in the power of talking to God, listening to God, and walking in obedience. So, quick backstory. We went to Walmart on Thursday, and the boys they save up money to spend, okay? They are very finance savvy. They know what they need to do so that they can generate wealth. And it was time for them to go spend a little something. So we went shopping at Walmart, and the boys bought some items that they love. Here's the thing. I spent some time in prayer with the Lord, and the Lord was like, I love that the boys went out. I'm so glad that they went out and shopped, but there's a greater lesson in this shopping experience. I want you to tell the boys that Mari's playing with his toys. I want you to tell the boys that there are some things within them that they need to change. There's some things that they need to do. So let them know that the month of May will be focused on them becoming the best version of themselves. So we went over a couple things that Jamari and Jameer needed to do this month. And
I kept saying the bad things.
And he kept complaining. Yes, you were complaining. He was complaining, and the complaining needed to stop. That was one thing. And I taught him how to be, just thankful for everything.
And we watched this video.
And we watched this video. What did we watch the video on?
About how adults, parents should treat their children.
How parents should treat their children. So we are really big on just cultivating a very healthy relationship with our children, and talking out things and communicating and just doing more effective parenting. All right, so let's get back into it. So the Lord had just told Jamari that he needed to just be more patient and to be more thankful, right? Because there was just some things that he needed to do. There were some things that he was in control of, some things that he could have done differently so that he could receive the rewards from the Lord and the rewards of his faith and his hard work. So once Jamari got out of that space of just being ungrateful and learning how to be thankful in all things, as well as taking the discipline and criticism well, he started to what? You started to do what? You start to hear from God?
I started to pray.
Yes. Oh, yep. He started praying first. He's been praying and journaling in his Children's Prayer Kit. He's been praying and journaling for the past few days nonstop. How many times did you say you prayed yesterday?
Yesterday, I prayed about 3 times.
3 or 4 times? All right. And what is it that you felt that the Spirit was telling you? The Spirit of God was telling you to do something yesterday?
Last night, he was telling me that I should give up the toys and just give them to my mom so she can hide them, because I thought the months would take really long.
Okay, so what Jamari is saying is, when we had purchased the toys, I had given them to the boys just to look at on a regular basis and to see why it is that they are working so hard this next month. For Jamari, in his personal walk, the temptation was just so great for him that the Lord said, give the toys back to your mom, tell her to hide the toys so that you can make it through this month and be patient. So Jamari, did you give me the toys today? He told you yesterday. This morning he said, Mommy, and I want to say yesterday he even mentioned it to me, like, Mom, I might need you to take the toys away from me.
Yeah,
and I said,
yesterday.
You mentioned it yesterday. So this morning I took them away from them and I hid them from him. Well, unbeknownst to my Jamari, because of his obedience, what did Manny tell you today?
I could open them.
That he could open them. All right. Jamari did not know that my husband was going to be having a conversation with God this morning. And the Lord led my husband to releasing all of the toys to Jamari to open today. So Jamari does not have to wait until June 1st because of his character, because of his discipline, because of the things that he's been showing us since spending time with God and changing his ways, that he deserved to open his toy. And this was just a lesson for all parents and children. It's so important for us to go to God in prayer. It's so important for us to listen to God. And once we listen to him, hear from him, what do we need to do next?
pray. Do what he says.
Do what he says, guys. Do what he says. Mari and I believe in the power of prayer. My entire family, we are prayer warriors. Prayer has changed our lives in so many ways. It's healed us, it's strengthened us, and it's really allowed God to just bust moves and just help us and bless us in tremendous ways. I want every single kid to know God like my children know God, but more importantly, to hear from God. Guys, in church and Sunday school, for all of the adults out here that were raised in the church, there were a lot of things in church that we did not learn. We had to learn them out as adults. They weren't telling us how to hear from God, how to talk to God, how to walk in obedience. And that is why I have created the prayer kits and why my children and I have created children's prayer kits. We want your children to hear from God, to know how to talk to God, and to walk in obedience. Relationship is essential. Relationships will keep your children from making bad decisions. Relationship with God will teach them how to be more disciplined and how to hear when God directs them to their next path. Hopefully, all of our children, as we cultivate these relationships with God, will be able to stand up to their bullies, will be able to tell certain men and certain women no, and will just be able to be exactly who they were created to be because they talk to God and they hear from God. If you or your child do not have a children's prayer kit, you can go to my website at www.marliabrian.com. We believe in the power of prayer. It is completely changing our lives. We've created simple things for you and your children to do and follow every single day so that you can, too, talk to God and hear from God. Jamari, do you have anything else to say about the importance of prayer or obedience or anything like that?
Well, I do have something to say, but it's not like that.
Okay, you want to show them your toys?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
but so parents, tell your kids that search up Mario Mears World, and I'm going to show them these toys. Bye.
I love that. A plug for Jamari and Jameer's YouTube channel. I will place this link for their channel on my Instagram page, Marlia Brian Hall, so that you guys can follow them. My children are just desiring to be lights and become everything that God desires them to be, while showing other children how to do the exact same thing. They play with toys, they tell you funny jokes, and they also share with you lessons that they have learned. Parents, children, let's work together to just become everything that we are created to be within our families and for the world. We just pray that this blesses you. And don't forget, you can go to my website, www.marliabrian.com, to grab your prayer kit today. For you or your child, the whole family should be talking to and hearing from God. All right. Peace and blessings. Bye. You did good, baby.